Okay, shall we start?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right, let's start. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's live stream with me and on a live stream. So, welcome, JT. It's actually my second time live streaming with Jotaro. Jotaro is a wonderful dev from the Start Child team. And then, if you guys have watched my series of interviewing my boss on how he makes money, then you probably know who JT is. But a short intro, he started trading at age of 14, and then he used to be a trader in Wall Street for like 10 years. And then he quit and he founded a high frequency trading firm and made huge success from that. And now, since last year, he's all in AI now. So we're building this AI agent product called Starchild. And JT's always been the one pushing us every week on trying to make this product, trying to be useful and to general public. So yeah, and he messaged me like 2 weeks back, and he's like, "Why don't we build something from 0 to 1, and just live coding it with Jotaro's help, and we're going to talk about how useful it is." So tonight just going to vibe code a trading tool from the concept of 13F, and I think I'm just going to do a quick intro on 13F because I'm not an expert. I've never heard of 13F, to be honest. Before JT even mentioned to me, I almost thought he was referring to a horror movie called The 13th Floor. But yeah, so this is basically a term that refers to every quarter. Any hedge fund or whales or institution, they have if they have $100 million in assets, then they have to release what they're holding, which is a 13F filing with the US SEC. And it shows what kind of stocks they held at the quarter. So basically, it helps the general people to have a peek at what the whales or where the smart money is doing. But then there's two things about it that makes me a bit suspicious about how useful this filing actually is. First, it's only released after 45 days. So, for example, some whale bought this stock on the 1st of January, and after 3 months, they might be selling all of it. But after that, in like a April, mid April or May, then the public will only then to find out. But then when you find out what he's holding, by that time, the whale probably has sold everything already. So
Not
that's
not
my
well, not always. Not
not always.
always. Yeah. So
Okay,
let's just
explain
keep
to
this
me then.
normal and then back and forth, and anybody jump in. It's kind of like a podcast style plus live code. Um, yeah. So there's the misconception there is that, oh, it's 45 days delayed, so you don't know what they're holding. And that's true if you're talking about a hedge fund like Kronos Research, right, which is high frequency trading, and their
Mhm.
positions change very drastically minute to minute. But a lot of funds like Berkshire Hathaway, for instance, they hold for years, right, or decades even. So 45
Mhm.
days is nothing. Like a second for them. It's irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be able to categorize what type of funds are doing what, right? And for 13Fs, it really matters because of the 45-day delay. So you only want to go for long, short, kind of fundamental, research driven funds, right? Like a Berkshire Hathaway. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, then those signals are much more predictive. Um,
Yeah.
and there's like research done showing like if you just copied some of these longer term hedge funds based on their 45-day delayed holdings, you could actually earn a good return, like better than the S&P 500. So that's point number one. Yeah.
Okay, great. Because I've seen people saying, "Oh, I'm copying what whales are doing from 13F filings, and it's not working for me. I'm losing money from copying these people."
Because
But I think they
they're,
have to do
they're
the
copying the wrong
research,
people.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're copying the wrong people. You can't. This is why we're doing this, right? Like on Twitter, on a bunch of media platforms, we see sensationalized headlines like, "Oh, hedge fund, blah blah blah, went, short $500 billion of some stock," right? What they don't say is they spent like, I don't know, $50 million out of a $20 billion portfolio to buy puts. It's
Okay.
like nothing for them, and it's not a big position for them. Or they're following the wrong people, like hedge funds that are trading like very quick, right? And they turn over, I don't know, they turn over their positions like on a daily or weekly basis. Then the 45-day delay really makes their signals totally worthless. And so if you're following those people, you're going to get destroyed, right? It's
Okay.
like basically random trading. So we need a service which not only provides you the headlines of what's happening in these 13F filings. We need a way to analyze what's in there, right? For instance, if we see a lot of the fundamental hedge funds all piling into a name, that could be a signal to reduce your exposure, right? Because everybody's already in, everybody already max allocated, and you can
Probably
tie
too
that with
expensive.
like, yeah, it's like too overcrowded, right? And then you can tie that with options positioning, with other factors to see like, should you reduce risk, right? Or if you see, like, I don't know, like this Leo guy, right? Leo, he famously made
Leo.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, so he
The
famously
X
made
company
billions
AI.
from a couple $100 million, right? And if you followed him early on, you would have made amazing returns, right? And he's held the positions for, I don't know, a couple years, right? And he
Yeah.
doesn't flip back and forth. He has a fundamental view and he follows through. And he was very early. So if you're looking at, 13Fs as a way to get early signals, I think that's also possible, right? But they have to be this type of fundamental, long-term fund. Yeah, so I think that's really important, and I think 13Fs are always like a snapshot in time, right? And what's important is to be able to compare like what happened this quarter versus last quarter versus the previous quarter.
Yeah.
Be
Exactly.
interesting to pull up a chart, right? Let's say Nvidia, which is a very popular stock, and
Yeah.
see which hedge funds, 13F, indicated that they had the highest conviction at the earliest time, right? And you can
Okay.
do that with multiple stocks. Let's say Marvel, right? Marvel's up 50% after like one day. Why? Because Jensen Huang mentioned that it's the next $1 trillion company. So which hedge funds released the 13F that showed they had high conviction in Marvel before this huge run up, right? And that's a signal. Like you want to track those hedge funds going forward, and if they initiate a new position in a lesser known name, I would think that's a pretty strong signal, right? And 13Fs are not released based on just hedge funds wanting to; they're forced to, right? If they're like fund over some kind of size or some kind of criteria, then they are forced to release their holdings by the by the by the government, right? Yeah, so I think it's a quite reliable signal if you manage to understand which hedge funds to follow for what type of signals.
Yeah, I think that the problem is that maybe for you it's easy, but then for average normal people, retail investors, it will be quite hard to do all of these research you just talk about, like comparing different stocks. So that's why you were telling me that there's like people running a business that's earning money through this, like helping people to analyze, right? And that's why we're doing this tonight. So the goal tonight is we're trying to build something and show you all through a live coding session how easy it is to build something that helps you to analyze what JT just talked about.
Yeah.
It's not super complicated
Yeah.
for me. Maybe not for you, but for me, I definitely need a tool to help me to analyze all of those things.
I need a tool as well, and it's not easy to build. That's why we're taking Radar's time. Like a big misconception now in the market is that, oh, I can just one shot with a few sentences a fully working like app that can change my life, right? And that's kind of the promise of AI, and that's total bullshit, right? That's total bullshit. You tried, I tried. It's really hard to get anything of economic value out of these LLMs out of the box, right? Even if you pay for Opus 4.8 and Grok, and Codex, right? Like if you get the top frontier models, it doesn't matter. They all suck at going from 0 to 1 and helping you monetize. Just 0 to 1, you're gonna be spending like, I don't know, a week or two. That's if you're at a proficient level of vibe coding. If you're just retail, you have almost no chance, right? You can get 80% of the way there, right? But for the last 20%, that's where the magic happens, right? And you need the experience, and you need kind of like devs to tidy the last 20% up. And I wanted to do this live stream to have people understand, like, okay, we want to build this thing. How would you do it? And how is Radar doing it, right? How would I do it? How would Radar do it? And that's a big difference, right? I'm more like a retail vibe coder. Radar is the architect, right? So the way he does it is the right way. It's a better way than how we do it. So maybe we just kind of like
I'll be the judge to see if this actually makes sense because I know how to trade. I've done some trades, but then I don't know how to analyze, how to do actual research, do your own research. I never know how to do a real research. So with this tool, maybe it's time for me to start learning.
Yeah, somebody asked, like, how do you determine which is the right hedge fund to follow, right? And that's like part of the functionality here is being able to look at their holdings over time. So if their holdings are changing massively from quarter to quarter, year to year, that's not a hedge fund that you can really follow, because they turn over too fast. They change their positioning too fast, and like you should disregard them. And you should be able to label them, like, let's say 1 to 10, right? For the type of signal strength, right? 1 being the worst, Berkshire being a 10 because they're super long term, and they're good, right? So you can do that. Yeah.
Good. Should we have a look at what Jotaro's doing right now? I think we have something here.
I can't read Chinese. Jane, maybe you can like explain to people, or Jotaro, maybe you can explain.
Okay. It's a bit small though. Jotaro, can you share me with this link so I can turn it on? Is it the same link you sent me in TG?
Jotaro, you're on mute. As you can tell, is our first live stream together.
Yeah, so what I'm doing just now, so during your conversation is I banned my dashboard, this 13F dashboard, to a domain that I just buy. So the
Oh,
awesome 13F.com. So you can see it's really fast. So from
how do you
I
do that?
buy the domain, deploy it, and everything successful is just in like 5 to 10 minutes. I buy it on
Right,
Cloudflare. What?
uh-huh. Can you just
Yeah.
show us quickly like how that was done?
Okay, so it's basically the first lesson is always ask a star child if you have any questions. So I ask it how to deploy it to my own domain. It's like go to
Okay.
Cloudflare, right? And I go to
Okay.
Cloudflare and just where it? I go to Cloudflare and bought a domain. Where it is domain. So I just bought it. And then
Okay.
I have to give my Cloudflare API key to StarChild, so it helped me
Mhm.
configure everything. So normally it will be super boring and troublesome. So you will have a lot of trouble if you want to really deploy something to your
Yeah.
own domain. Normally, even for me, it may take me about like 1 or 2 hours to finish every setting. It's really troublesome. But now I just copy it and I even make some mistakes during that because I have a wrong domain, wrong API permission setting. So like it failed, but then I asked it how to set the correct parameter of my API key. Then it gave me some
Wait. So
advices.
here we go, right? Like you asked it first and it failed, right? Why did it fail? And what do you tell people that look at, oh, it failed, it doesn't work, I'm gonna try something else? Like, what do you tell people at that point?
It just ask StarChild why it failed. Just ask it.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
let's go back to this place. Acid, and then where it is. I think I
It's okay.
provided a domain, and then where's the mistake? Oh, because wait. Oh no, so it's well, actually, I realized that I make a mistake before StarChild do it because I just create an API key without any settings, but then StarChild told me that you have to set a lot of permissions, right? And then I ask, please tell me in detail what's the settings, and then I follow every step. Actually, it's pretty easy because everything is select. You don't have to input anything. And then I regenerate the API key and provide it. So here is another thing that StarChild really do it great. Because normally you will copy paste in plain text. While you are actually hand over a credential information to your agent in plain text. It may make mistakes that accidentally show the credential to some other APIs. But in StarChild, we have a very, we call it security input. So this kind of input will not give any plain text to your agent. It will only store this in your machine in somewhere very safe. Your agent can use it, but it will not read it in plain text. And then
so
I gave it.
So that's something that's kind of unique to StarChild, right? Because it's basically to protect kind of more like retail users like me and Jing, right? Who we don't even know to set features, right? And then all of a sudden we get hacked or whatever. And this is something that's unique to StarChild.
Yes. So that is the best practice for using an agent. Most people, when they deploy their own agent, they have zero knowledge about cyber security. But in StarChild, you don't have to know that because we take care of most of the cases. And
That's
then I give
yeah.
it the new API key, and okay, great. After you can see there are a lot of actions you need to do before you deploy. But StarChild finish everything, and then this page works, right? It's awesome 13F, and you can access to it from anywhere, your mobile phone, your friend,
Yeah.
or send it to your boss.
So you vibe coded this one, right? And then you basically told StarChild to put it on your domain that you bought on Cloudflare.
Yes.
How did you vibe code this one? Like, what do you input to get to here?
Wait a moment. Before that, there is another very good thing that I have to share with you guys. So, for example, if you have anything that you don't satisfied with, like here, I found here this logo, just like this one, right? So this is the previous one. There is no logo here, so it looks like a fake website, something broken. So I just take a snapshot and tell StarChild, can you so it's really vague. There is no technique things or no any specific requirements. Just like talk with some human developers, add a logo here, and then it generates something by itself, right? So now you can see here you have a logo. Although it's very simple, but it looks pretty good. It looks like a healthy website.
Yeah.
I've never noticed there's a logo there on the tabs.
Really, Jing? Come on.
I didn't.
You see, you can see that like StarChild, this Cloudflare, most official websites or seriously developed website will have this logo. Otherwise, it will feel like not so good to use or something broken.
Yeah. Okay, so interesting.
Yeah. On this? How much time did you spend on this, Jotaro?
I think maybe half an hour to 45 minutes last night. So it is something. Well, you can say that I have something added more than just a dashboard. For example, this animations. If you go to here, there are also animations and I found so you can search.
Okay, there's comments from Daniel saying, "Wow, so you guys shipped the website directly." Well, Jotaro built this before the live stream, but he just said
but it's only take like half an hour to 1 hour to build everything.
Okay. Dude, let's see the magic. Jotaro, you gotta show the magic. Like, what did you input to get to this website?
Someone's also asking you to share your prompt from GPT.
So by the way, I web coded on Telegram last night. So I just like lay on my sofa and type on my mobile phone and build everything. I will show you the chat history last night.
Yeah, so StarChild can connect to your Telegram, WhatsApp, even WeChat, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And you will you can see all the information, no matter if you talk with StarChild on Telegram or WeChat, you will see the session here. So you have a sync workspace. You don't have to like migrate or send your text back to your desktop.
Yeah.
So what I have done, I think, is from here. I asked it about study certain of data structure, and so basically I don't know about certain apps. So first, I let you to search some information for me to understand what I'm building. There's also something very useful that before you ask AI to do something, better to know it by yourself. Just have an overall understanding of what you are going to do is better than just hand over everything and have nothing to do. Have zero knowledge about what you are going to do. It may take just maybe 5 to 10 minutes, but will help you better instruct your agent in the following work.
Jing, would you ever ask the agent study the data structure of 13F, right? If you were to build this, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I would just go check out what they released from this quarter, and then just tell me about the data.
Yeah, well, no, well, that's fine. So like when we use web coding more and more,
can we share
you will
the
learn
prompts?
more.
Like, can we share the
Oh, yeah.
prompts?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So
Now I see. I'm not sure how much of our audience will be like Chinese speakers, because Jotaro's typed these prompts in Chinese. But then, now we're trying to explain them to
Yeah.
in English.
Well, I can share it here, but I do think my Telegram session has too many information, so I won't share it. Well, I want to share the whole session, but I can share here just the single answer.
Great.
Okay.
Right.
But can
So
I
we're
ask
finessing it.
why? So why is it important to have StarChild research the data structure first? Like, what do you? If you
I think okay. I think the first is to help itself, to help StarChild itself prepare some context before he go to build something. It's really like you are building. Well, if you have built something before, you want to be fully prepared, like have a plan in your mind, what you are going to face, what kind of problem you may have, and what's the next step. Instead of just a start build, you should make a preparation. And here is a step that you you tell StarChild to prepare for itself, actually, and also you can learn it by yourself at the same time.
But why don't we program that into the prompt engineering? Where if I want to build something, let's say I want to build a real estate app, or I want to build a 13F app, it automatically researches the data structure by itself. Like, it sets all the basic fundamental stuff that retail don't know.
Yes.
Ask even. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I think StarChild will, because you can see there is a project builder. So I write this skill, so I know what's inside. So this skill is actually what I recommended just now. So you can see that there are a few phases of building a project. Like the phase 0 is skill discovery and required reading. So it's like do not reinvent the wheels. Just search if there are anything you can use. And then design. So actually what I ask the data structure is the phase 1 design. And then phase 2 build after. Well, normally if you just give it some requirements for building a dashboard, it will go through phase 0, phase 1, and phase 2. Before phase 2, in the design stage, it will stop and ask you, so now I have a design, blah, 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 and do you approve? Or do you have anything want to change?
Are you talking about you use this skill to build?
No, I didn't use it because I know how to build. But but for you guys, I think you can use this project builder. Yeah. It's pre-installed, so actually you don't need to know this skill. You don't need to know anything. Just go to tell StarChild. Ideally, it will search and select the skill, follow the instructions, and help you.
Okay, so it's already pre-built, right? And
yeah, it's already pre-installed.
Can we go to the website, like before we go too technical? Because I fear that will be a bit
we can go back to the Okay.
And then JT, you can kind of like judge how good or how like actually useful this dashboard can be and what we can improve on it. Yeah.
Sure. I really want to dig into like all the nitty gritty though. And like Jotaro, you don't, so you have this skill installed as well or not?
Installed. Yeah, it's installed for every StarChild agent.
But then when you asked it to, so if it's installed for you, why don't you just use it? And why did you manually tell StarChild to research data structure and other stuff first?
Yeah, because I want to know the data structure. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you asked me why I asked StarChild to study the data structure first, right? So the first reason I just tell you is to help it prepare context. And the second reason is I want to learn what I'm building.
Okay, but if you don't do that, then the skill should do it automatically, right?
I'm not sure actually. I have to try. I'm not sure if StarChild can specifically go to download some data and search and understand the data structure.
Okay, I think we make a note of this and we talk about it later. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. We'll be also, I'll be working with another team member to make a video out of this live stream in case anyone else needs to see it and publish it on StarChild account and my account. So yeah, and we'll share the prompt as well.
Yeah. And by the way, I will help you go through very quickly about what I ask. So you can say it's maybe it's really fast. Like I'm asking for the newest data where I can get it. And then it tells me the best place is SEC official page and it's free. And then I start to let it to download some skills. It's all skills improvement. And then I found there is a rate limit. It's all basically I just learn what I'm building here. Also here is also about rate limit. I found that it's fine. It's the free account, free access. Although rate limit, but it's fine for my use case. So no need to over design. Well, that's also one of the problem of Cloud Opus. It tries to over design some architectures. So if I know what I'm building, I can instruct it to not over design. And then I asked it to like be beautiful. Make a dashboard. So you can see that just from here, I start to build the dashboard. And before I just learn how to download the data, what I'm facing. And then basically some feedback and there are some bugs and I take a snapshot, tell it that something wrong, please fix. And then it fixed. And then there are some cache. It's all about performance, but you don't need to know about the cache. But I, as a developer, I'm really care about the speed and performance. So I ask it to do some cache, and some ticker cache.
Wow,
So
these are things I never. These are things I never think about, right? Cache.
If I vibe code this, I would never be able to generate.
Yeah,
and also there's some problem like yes.
Yeah.
So there is a card that open, but my browser just break. So I think there is some performance problem. So I'm asking it to improve, but I don't know how to improve. I just guess there are some performance problem and instruct the StarChild to do it for me, and then so it fixed, and then it's basically
Radar.
about cache. Okay.
Radar. How did you select like which hedge funds to include in this demo? I'd imagine there are tons of hedge funds releasing 13Fs. Even NVIDIA releases 13Fs. Like even companies who invest invest in other public equities, they release 13Fs. How do you choose which ones, right, for this demo? And if you were to actually, you didn't choose. Okay.
I didn't choose. So these are like StarChild download some hedge fund for like test, like by default.
Okay.
And if you want to choose, just add a fund here.
Okay, so I think that's kind of like the first thing we need to tell everybody, right? It's not the full universe. You've basically connected to the SEC website, and you can add whatever hedge fund you want. But for the purpose of this demo, Starchild chose a few of the larger ones, I assume,
Yes.
right? And how quickly can you get this data? Let's say,
let's see. Let's have a try.
No, I mean like automatically, right? Let's say Berkshire Hathaway files with the SEC, and then the next day it's released to the website, right? Let's say it's released at 9 a.m. What time does Starchild actually know that it's released?
It's real time.
How do you?
Yeah.
So there's like push notification, and how does Starchild know that it's released?
For now, there is no auto check for the release. Only click.
Okay.
But we can add this feature. Like, I would say I will ask Starchild how to write.
Yeah, so there's like apps already in the marketplace that you can pay a subscription fee, like $100 a month or $500 a month. It's pretty expensive, right? And they claim that they can almost immediately give you this data once it's released. So I think if you want to create an app that's competitive, you need to be as fast or even faster than these companies. And the speed really matters. I understand it's 45-day delay, but once something is out, the market reacts immediately. I can give you a few examples, right? I just asked Starchild to search kind of what happens when these things are released. And NVIDIA disclosed the stake in WeRide, February 2025. The stock moved 94%. Okay. And when NVIDIA exited a few companies like Serve Robotics, SoundHound, NanoX, they dropped 42%, 29%, and 13% in like one day, right? So it's really important that you get this data like as fast as anybody else, right?
That's actually a question I wanted to ask you, because people follow these 13 Fs as soon as they're published, and it drives up the price of the stocks. So common scenario
or down.
happen. Or down.
Or down, right?
Or down, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I don't know the question. Well, I don't know the answer for your question, but Starchild told me right here.
Okay.
I asked it how to like tell me once the 13F is released. So it said make SEC-EDGAR monitor task, and it's for free, and it tells me to check when it's in the traffic hour, right? So but that's not important. Then I ask, what's the lowest delay for this? It said, so from SEC, after the company provide their 13F, the index will refresh in 1 to 3 minutes. So that's the earliest time that we can get this data. And then it costs 1 second to check if there is new X session, and then download for 30 to 90 minutes, and then push to Telegram for 30 to 90 seconds, and then 1 second to Telegram. And then, so the fastest way is about like 1 to 2 minutes after 13F is released.
Have you?
That sounds good.
So I asked the same question to Starchild, right? And it says the fastest real-time streaming API, WebSocket, is SEC-API.
WebSocket. So that should be the final solution. So it's like seconds level And yeah, sounds good.
So what does that mean, right? Like what does WebSocket mean, right? And if you're like a retail person trying to vibe code, like how the hell are you supposed to know like, oh, there's a WebSocket connection versus RSS versus some other connection, right? And how are you supposed to understand this?
Well, actually, I will suggest, so first, like, I don't, 我不知道什么是，给我
I told you
想想
Jotaro is quite
Right.
cringe on the live stream.
This is perfect. Like, yeah, don't be embarrassed to ask your agent anything, I guess. Yeah, that's the lesson I'm taking.
Yeah. So
Nice.
well, I will suggest that if you don't know, you can ask the StarChat to teach you. But if you are too lazy to learn anything, you can just say like 我看不懂，给我做延迟最低的方案。Yeah. So I would say if you would like to learn something, it would be really helpful when you're web coding. But it still can work if you don't want to learn anything. But it will cost you some more time because you will have more back and forth, more bug finding. So well, overall, to save your time. So like there is an old saying like the slow is fast. So you will have some time to spend some time, learn something. It will make you much faster in the following work.
Okay.
There's a comment
so
from a Chinese audience asking if we are having a meeting. We're having a meeting. Do we look that serious?
I mean,
We have to be chill. We have to be chill. We're not having a meeting. We're just having fun. Yeah.
this is how we do our meetings. Just vibe code shit. And yeah.
Okay. We're trying to vibe code something, a trading tool, based on the concept of 13F filings. So that's what we're doing here. We've already made a first version. Yeah.
Honestly, guys, like I would say, if you're trading stocks and you're not looking at 13F, like you're doing something wrong. You're not. If you're not using this information, you're at a huge disadvantage. This is like a basic thing that you must master, and we're trying to help people basically become masters of this thing in a much easier way, right? Imagine having to build all of this stuff yourself without AI, or like finding the right app to pay. But even then it's hit or miss, right? You don't know if those apps are reliable. You don't know, if they're covering all the hedge funds. There's too much that you don't know, right? So if you can build it yourself or like really see the nitty gritty in this like open way, you have much higher chance of succeeding, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. JT, you've been a trader in Wall Street. When was the first time you heard about this concept? Is it like a must learn basics for traders in Wall Street? Because I've never heard of it. I even asked my friend who's doing trading. She said she doesn't know what that is. So
I'd like to talk to her. Like you should show her the video, right? And you should show her
definitely.
When Nvidia released their holdings on these stocks, and they moved like, a shit ton, right? Like 50%, 30%, 20% in a day. Like if you're not following this, then you're missing all of that, right? And if your stock is up or down like 30% in a day, it could be because of 13F, right? Yeah. So if you're not following this, you're doing something wrong. I would say like if you're like a day trader trading only on technicals, I think maybe it's fine, right? But if you're any type of swing trader, fundamentals based trader, you have to, or even an investor, right? You have to follow this.
My friend is a swing trader. It's called 做 T in Chinese. Like she's a swing trader. She told me about that. So I guess she needs this.
Yeah, she definitely needs it. Yeah. So you should like fork this and sell it to her. Yeah.
Okay. Someone's asking, From Snoopy Dog. Thanks, Jack. By the way, will this vibe coded tool after this live will be available for us to use?
I think it's going to take some more time to get it to that level, but we will definitely get there.
Wait, I have an idea. So here,
We'll use it.
Wait a moment. So the first thing, we have just finished this monitor, real-time monitor that connected to the ISS WebSocket, and I just received a message from a Telegram as a text. So it will inform me what's new, what's added, and what's clear real time after the 13F release, right? So you'll have this just in a few minutes. And for the user's question, so how can they use this? Well, first, it's free for everyone to use on the project page. What's the name? 13. Wait, where is? Okay, I will publish this to the project.
OK， JT 现在不在，你可以讲中文了。哦，他回来了。Jotaro 那个说中文的时候其实特别搞笑，人家说英文的时候，人家不能100%发挥出来。
我就变成开会了。
对，Jotaro 你可以讲中文，我觉得，反正我们后面做视频，我们可以把英文字幕加上，这样 English speaker 也可以知道你在说什么。
刚才不是有人问嘛，就是这个东西他们能不能用啊？能用，不仅能用，它还能 fork， 它还能自己改。我现在就把这个 dashboard 公开，并且允许其他人去 fork。然后
你可以讲一下 fork 是啥意思吗？因为我也前段时间才自己自学了一下，很多人应该不知道啥意思。
fork 其实就是指你把别的东西 copy paste 一遍过来，就抄作业。不仅允许你看，还允许你抄作业，并且允许你的 agent 在此基础上再做开发。
OK。
它现在正在打包，因为这个东西它是一个后端服务，它会，就是这是我们非常独特的一个功能这是 Starchild 的很独特的一个功能，就大多数的 Web coding 平台都只允许你授，就是你看 Cloud Code 它有个 artifacts 这么概念，你可以给别人看，但是其他人说我想就是 fork 过来，然后本地跑的一模一样的能不能？其实不好弄。但是 Starchild 可以，这也是我们专门写的 prompt，一会儿你们就能在 project 里面看到这个 13F 的东西，然后你能 fork 到自己的本地去跑，你也不需要知道怎么跑，你就让 Starchild 去帮你弄。
我们可以分享出来吗？就今天晚上就可以分享出来，但是
不，现在就可以，现在就可以看，然后我现在就去看13F， 我刷新一下。
But JT did mention that this is not the final version. We still need to improve it. Maybe.
Yeah, you can't use it right now. Yeah.
I think we can let others help us improve, right? So it's built by community. It's very so because the data source is free, so everyone has his own ideas. 对，上对。
Yeah,
I think we have to improve it a little bit before we share with public.
I want to get back to the data source when you guys are done with this.
Okay. Can we just go through real quick, like the actual dashboard, and then JT can mention which parts needs to be improved, or what's the good things about this dashboard that can be useful, helpful for someone like me?
Okay, I think first we need to kind of understand, like, profile the hedge funds, right? Profile which ones are longer term in nature, right? Filter them by type of hedge fund, right? And filter them by maybe AUM, right? Only look at ones that are more than $300 million AUM, for instance. So then you cut off a bunch of, ones that are not relevant to 13F filings. Okay. We mentioned before that if you're a high frequency trading shop, like your 13Fs are basically useless to this exercise, right? So I think that's first. You got to get the right universe of hedge funds to look at. And then I guess it's, you have to be able to search like you already have. If you already know what hedge fund you want to look at, you can search for the filings here. You need a history of those filings, let's say for the past few years at least, so that you can compare, right? The analytics of this thing is where the magic really happens, right? So what do I mean by analytics? I guess first, you need to be able to set alerts, right? If you have a hedge fund releasing their filing, then you basically know when the next filing is, and you should have alerts for when they're about to come, and then when they actually get released, you're the first person. At least you're not at a disadvantage. Then you're the first person to get that. And you need to get it in a way that is very actionable for you. So what do I mean by that? I mean, let's say NVIDIA is holding from last quarter to this quarter didn't change significantly, okay? Then you should just have like an alert that NVIDIA released, but everything's kind of like same as before, right? Nothing outlying. If NVIDIA exited, let's say, Coherent, Lumentum, the optical makers, that's a huge signal, right? Like then you need to know it's a red flag, like, oh, they exited all the optical makers, everything's gonna about to tank. You need to know that, right? So AI is so powerful, it can do these things reliably. And that's what I'm excited to kind of show you guys from this live stream. But it's not gonna be done just in like an hour or two, right? It's going to take some time. And this is the first step, right? So first, I want to make sure that the data source, we get it as soon as possible. If that means API, if that means we pay for a data source, we need to do that, right? And second, we need to have the full universe of the history, right? And a way to understand which hedge funds have the highest signal to noise ratio. Okay, and then we need to get all of the history for those funds, right? That's number one. Yeah.
Okay. I think what
Ben, where is Ben's project? I will go to click.
Yeah, how do you search for projects based on the creator?
I just know this is Ben. Oh,
I trust
a
CMO.
creator.
What does it do?
Oh yes, no, it's on the well. I really like this. The credit spanned, so you can fork it, and so it can read your own data, because your data is private. You can only access to the credit consumption from your own machine. So this is a great case that you should fork and run it for yourself. It's much better than our official usage analysis.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, this is for Ben's machine. So if I fork it, this, wait, let me open a new page. I will know my own. Well, we can come back to this place later.
Yeah, basically, you know how you spend credits, right? That's the point of that.
Yeah, and by the way, so it's live now, so everyone can fork it, run locally, make improvement.
Okay, so we just share the link in the comment section, and everyone just can go on
so Actually, it's super easy. So the so-called fork is just a few lines of prompt, and just tell this to StarChild to know how to do it.
Yeah, you're just copy and pasting, right? You're just taking the
Yeah.
project and making it your own, and you can edit it.
Yeah. Well, I always suggest to go to the project and search 13F here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we need to make sure that the data source is the fastest possible. That's number one.
Yeah, no problem. Well, that's why I asked it before. So you can see, we use the fastest one. Like,
Are you absolutely sure it's as fast as the SEC dash whatever, like the other one that it told me about?
Yeah, because I asked it. Well, I asked it for the 发的最及时的数据源，and then like 商业实时流，but 他们也是接的 EDJR。
Yes.
Yes,
Is
他们
this
也是接
different
的
from WebSocket?
Yeah, same WebSocket,
Same. Okay.
same 啊，
Okay.
对吧 ？So this is the best one. Like 因为只有 SEC 是最原始的数据流，其他所有商业的仍然是从 SEC
Yeah.
取的数据，所以我们直接接 SEC 就是最好的，还是免费的。
Yes.
嗯，
但是我估计里面还有一些别的东西，比如说 SEC 的 data format 它 release 的时候是什么，然后怎么把那个 data transform 这个 transformation process 又会花一些时间 ，right？ 然后谁可以把这个东西做得最 efficient， 会省时间 ，right？
对，我们就做了这个 transform， 自己做的。对
OK。
所以它原来可以。
对，我觉得做好以后可以。
所以对，所以你看，其实这大家想法都很多，比如 JT 说的这个点，我之前也没想过。那 JT 就可以 fork， 然后自己测，自己让 StarChild 测一下。
OK。如果这个比那些快的话，或者跟它一样速度的话，可以 charge，right？ 可以 charge like
对呀
，$6 a month or whatever. I would definitely pay to use this.
对，我感觉这个网站我就直接什么0.99美金订阅1年，对吧？因为它成本太低了，这个就所有东西都是免费的。
OK。
那比如是就是 like someone like me， 我就是应该怎么去使用它呢？我们今天还是没讲这个，我目前还是比较迷茫。
其实我还没说到我今天想展示的第二个点呢，就是怎么给它加上付费。
OK。
I
always thought
今天还有时间，吗？好像没有时间了，下次讲吧。
OK, it's okay.
太多东西了，Yeah， 太多内容，Yeah， 真的就是 vibe coding 不是很简单的东西，所以我觉得，就是大家都被这些 LLM 都骗了，you know， 不是很简单，所以要有一个 wrapper around it to help you guys get to the useful product, right? So that Jane, when she says, "Oh, how do I actually use this and benefit from it?" the answer is much more clear, right?
Yeah.
对，所以你要怎么用呢？你最简单的就是来这儿用，这是个公网可访问链接，对吧？最简单就是去 awesome13f.com， 你就拥有全部的功能了但是呢，听起来好像这对于我不太好，所以我想给大家付费。
什么没听懂？
就是Jing 虽然免费用了，但是我花这么多时间开发，那我获得了什么呢？其实就是 StarChild 想解决 Creator 赚钱的问题嘛。因此我昨天还花点时间专门做了一个付费的 skill， 就这 Creator Paywall， 可以帮助你快速把你的网站加一个付费的功能，这样别人就不能白嫖。
OK，
然后当然哈，这咱就是做演示嘛，所以这些东西都公开共享了。这个 fork 什么的，以后这种 fork 你也可以加钱，说我需要经付费$5才能 fork 一下。当然听起来也不错，$5你直接拿到了一个就是做好的 dashboard， 随便用，
对我来说
其实也不错了。
OK，对我来说我可以 fork，但是我也可以直接就是你要是做的已经非常完美了，我不想再 fork，然后再去 deal with vibe coding，我直接就从 Star Child 里面配你不就完了吗？我说
对
OK，
没错
I want to subscribe to Jotaro's project, right? I just want to get the benefit. I don't want to vibe code. I don't want to fucking edit shit. Just I want to know what he knows when these 13Fs get released, right? And I want to set alerts directly in StarChild. And then I'll just pay StarChild and StarChild pays you. I think that's a more natural flow, right?
没错，这就是我们现在正在做的，就是着力解决 creator 赚钱的问题。
Okay. So let's see how does it work?
确认参数好1就用 StarChild 自带的2订阅价格，这样稍微贵点$1.991年。
1年。
我们试一下，今天先试一下
好，
以后我们可以把功能变得更多，比如说加上 Telegram 邮件还有什么电话实时通知你可以什么$10.99订阅1年的通知，对吧
？Yeah.
他的建议是9块钱1个月。真的，这个东西太便宜了，它一点成本没有，所以真的就是现在做一个 APP 实在是成本太低了。
成本是你的脑子，
对
你的这个
对，还有时间吧，我觉得还是挺花时间的vibe coding。
我觉得把这个做到我们可以用，我们需要用，必须用，差不多需要1个星期。Yeah， 天天几个小时这样子 ，like vibe coding 需要1个星期。
对，
而且需要 Jotaro 这样专业的人来 vibe coding， 我和 JT， 我反正不行，我肯定 vibe code 不出来。
我们每天vibe code， 然后它 release 到 App Store。Yeah， 或许不用在 App Store， 或许直接就是大家可以在 StarChild 里面去 subscribe， 然后就可以得到所有的这个 information， 加上 alerts， 加上 analytics， 然后可以直接在 StarChild subscribe， 付钱就可以了。Yeah，plus a free trial, of course, right? Yeah.
I think we have to provide this for free first.
Yeah, free trial.
Understand that this can be actually useful for their trading.
Yeah,
can be a very cool tool.
I already know, like this thing is gonna like save me hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars of losses. So I already know.
Do you pay for similar services already?
Yeah, before I had, like if I'm like actively trading, then I would, right?
Okay.
I already know like friends with high AUMs that they would definitely subscribe to the service. So if those guys are doing it and you're not, then you're at a disadvantage.
Okay. So I think the best way for us to do this, because today is the kind of like our first time live streaming together, I think we should jump through the vibe coding, like actual vibe coding process, but we can also share the prompts with people. And then in my video, I'm going to cut the highlights to introduce people what we're building here and which direction we're going to. Like maybe next week, we will have something that's actually useful. And this time for the first vibe coding project, we're going to share that for free, and then tell people that you can vibe code something like this using Starchild and actually earn money as well. So that's the main message we're trying to tell. So should we do another live stream next week when we have this site ready, and then we can just show everyone how useful it is, how you can use it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can just discuss about how we record this, like either on a live stream, or we can just call each other and then like record everything. Up to you guys. I'm okay to do it live.
I'm okay to do it live too. I think it's good to do it live, because if we don't do it live, I might become sleepy and just lost in the technical process. But yeah, it's good to keep me up awake. Okay, I think today we can wrap it up, or do we have something else?
再稍等一下，我要看看他能不能把付费加上。
Okay. Just a reminder that when we finish later, you two don't just jump out. Wait till the recordings from all of our cameras to be uploaded before you close this window. Okay. Just a reminder.
这个付费其实没有大家想象中那么好弄的。我认为这是一个很大的痛点，就像那个 Stripe 其实解决了大量的 startup 收费的问题嘛。现在，但是 Stripe 还是很麻烦。其实最好的办法就对于 Web Coding 来说，别注册公司，别搞银行账户，直接有一个什么组件帮他把钱收到 Crypto Wallet 里面去，是最方便的。
把钱收到 Crypto Wallet 里面去。
就是现在你看咱们做 Stripe 的时候，还要花钱注册美国什么公司，还要等好几个星期。那好几个星期，我这个 Web Coding 都花菜都凉了。然后呢，就是怎么样最快哈？我现在想了一下，最快就是 Starchild build， 然后上线，然后 Starchild Wallet 里面钱变多，很好，对不对？
我在考虑那个我们以后的这个 subtitle 会怎么翻译你的中文，什么菜都凉了，英语翻译成什么，然后美国人看的时候会怎么考虑？
他肯定。
对啊，
这个
That's true。
对 ，too late。然后对，那用户付费呢，就是整个付费登录状态绑定，然后订阅状态管理，权限什么按流量计费，就这一大套东西。其实我昨天想了一下，非常不好做。你让我来做，我都头疼。所以 Starchild 在这儿其实是很有机会的。我们把这一环节给它彻底做好。解决那个所谓的最后1公里的问题，因为你现在作为一个就是 one person company， 你在 Cloud Code 你是能做，你最后去哪个域名上线，怎么跟用户收款，钱怎么打到你的账上，这个东西 Cloud 根本就没教你。Cloud 也很难帮你解决。即使是什么 Replit、Lovable， 我没见过他们任何一个把最后1公里都给走完的。我们应该把这个部分给做好。
然后你想用 crypto 来做，那就是这些 creator 都需要去 crypto， right？
未必，他未必需要知道细节。就是他未必需要知道细节，他只知道有一个组件，我只要安上，我就可以让我的用户付费了。付费之后，这个钱从哪儿提出来呢？我可能再给他一个界面，他能提可以提 crypto， 也可以提
fiat。Okay, that'd be great，
对吧？然后呢，背后可能是 crypto 结算完成的，但是不重要。
That's fine. Yeah, no one cares about the back end. Yeah. Yeah. They just wanted to work and get money. Yeah.
对，所以我们就把收费这个东西给做好。然后呢，做好之后，甚至可以啥呢？你不是 Cloud Code 做了个什么东西很好吗？可以 bring your own agent， 把你的 Cloud Code 接进来，我们帮你把最后付费、domain 这些东西做好。
bring your own agent 是什么意思？
就是让你的 agent 和 StarChart 一起工作，把最后1公里走完。
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So like
Okay.
you vibe coded a whole thing on Claude, let's say, right? But then like you can't connect the payments, right? You can't work the payments.
对
You want to be able to take crypto, take fiat, whatever, but Claude doesn't give you that tool set to do it. So then you come here and just bring your project, right? And then get StarChild to finish the last mile for you, and then you can take any type of payment.
对，你要我说 last mile 可能是包括啥哈？就是 domain，然后付费和广告 ad 也可以做，对吧？就这些都是就是 Cloud Code 能帮你在 local host 环境跑一个东西，但是你怎么把它卖掉？其实这个大家一直没有考虑过。
Yeah.
来试一下啊，试一下。我现在已经能连 wallet 了。
Jing, you have another live stream? That's why you need to go.
I don't have another live stream. But I was just thinking, we don't want to put this too technical, or if we want to just do more.
I do.
I don't mind. Okay.
Dude, I don't care if there's nobody watching. I'm learning and watching. Yeah, I think it'll really help
奇怪
who really want to build.
确实
I don't think it's gonna help like super retail people who want to like build me an app.
可以
Yeah.
可以，我现在已经有付费了。
Okay.
我看看是不是我付费之后，它能正确处理这些状态。OK， 付费，看看啊，它现在正在等待付费确认。
You're paying in USDC, right? Yeah.
Nice， 很好。
Okay. So you just paid yourself?
Yeah， pay myself。Yeah， 但是这个证明了这个商业逻辑是走通了的，就是你不付费看不了，付费了就能看。
Okay. Nice. So you put a paywall.
我怎么登录呢？对，你看，paywall， 你看现在这是我的钱包，我拿钱包付的，所以我拿钱包就能登录。
Okay.
很好，行，好，那跑通验证就行了。后面我们会再想办法把这个 skill 精进的。他刚才花的时间是有点久，但也正常，毕竟他集成进了另外一个 project 里面，是要花点时间。
Yeah, that's fine. I think we don't need to optimize that right now. I think we need to optimize the app such that it's like absolutely crucial for serious investors and traders. But yeah, like I want to make it as technical as needed, right? We don't want to overdo it if it's not needed. But if required to get to a final kick-ass product and it needs to be technical, then let's do it, right? Because that's the only way we show people how to actually vibe code instead of just promising people like, some of the other services out there. You guys heard about Polsia, right? The famous autonomous agent that raised 30 million by itself on 250 million valuation, right? And like the marketing is so slick, and I was like, oh shit, like I should try it, right? So I signed up for a paid account to kind of vibe code this, and I can show you guys what the result looks like if you want to see. Let's see, where is it? Here.
顺便一提，刚才我们不是 fork 了一个 credit spend dashboard 吗？现在它就在我 local host 跑下来了，这里面这是我自己的数据，所以你看就是一句话就能在你本地把这个东西全部都跑起来，这是我们对，这是我们设计上的 feature。好。
Yeah, can you guys see this screen share?
I think Ben has to help to move that up.
需要我吗 ？Hold 这样是吗？
Yeah, you can see
对，
it,
你要
right?
退出你的头屏。Okay, yeah, we
啊，
can see
你
it
有
now.
有了 ，OK。
Yeah, so I try to make this with Pulse, yeah, and like a 13F app that combines raw data with powerful analytics, right? And it's cool. Like it told me who I am, this and that, and then it proceeded to make this app, which took like 30 minutes or an hour, I believe. And this is what I came up with, though. This no lie, this is just exactly what it came up with. And like I can't click anything. You know, the website looks like this. And it says, okay, run ingest. So then if you run ingest, I'm guessing it's supposed to like load all the data, right? Okay, so I run ingest and it's done. Okay, but there's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. And I think this is like most people's experience with vibe coding, right? And I think people just get very discouraged. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what did I just pay for? What did I just subscribe?
How much did you pay?
I think it was like $20 or something like that for a subscription, but it's a free trial, right? And they give you one company, which is basically one project. They call every project a company. And then I try to like do this. At least give us something that looks like a website, right? That is kind of designed. But this is what I came up with. And I can't believe like what is happening now, right? All these companies promising like kind of one shot and you can get to a finished product. And it's just like, it's not happening, guys. And this is what it takes, right? Like really understanding step by step and going through it and watching maybe some of these tutorial videos, right? So I understand that this live stream is kind of all over the place, but if we cut the key parts of it, you can follow along and actually develop a product by understanding the concepts here, right? And I think next live stream we just focus more on creating this app, right, and less about other stuff, right? Just keep it more focused, and yeah, I think it'll result in pretty useful content for people, and it'll result in a 13F app that I will use all the time, right? And app that you guys will use as well.
Okay. So are we going to live stream the actual coding experience from today till we achieve that final stage?
Yeah, I would love to.
Okay.
Yeah, if Radar has time, we just like do it.
Yeah, I have
hour
time.
to
We
yeah.
we can do it like every morning, right?
Yeah.
What time is it with
Yeah,
you
every
guys? I
morning.
know JT is now in
11:30.
11:30.
11:30.
10:30.
10:30. I'm 9:30. So yeah, this time is okay for me because my kids are in bed, so I'm free. Morning usually is okay. It's okay. It's like as long as Monday to Friday, kids are in school.
Yeah.
I can
just
do
warn
this.
people like, hey, this is for developers, right? This is for people who want to build a product, build a company, from 0 to 1 and actually make money from it, make revenue from it. So just warn people what they're getting into, right? We don't want to just like waste people's time, right? If they want to come here and just like learn about how to trade, and it's not about that. It's about building a company, building a product. Yeah. So if you want to do that, then this is perfect for you. Like every single day we'll have this and then we'll chop it up into like highlights. You can watch that if you don't have time to join the live stream. Yeah.
And then the final product, we can also, I think people will want to see the final product, like the non-technical people, they might be interested when they see the final thing is very good, it's very useful, then they might be interested because now they can't see anything and they might lose interest, but it's okay if we can finally get something out.
Yeah. I'm excited to finally get something out and use it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We can do this same time tomorrow again, and then just keep building them. And then maybe I can play some music in the background to kind of like make this more fun, or I don't know. Yeah, I'll think about it. Oh, Ben,
thanks,
I don't
guys.
mean like this.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.